Hey everybody, welcome back to Learning to DIY. I'm Joe, and glad to have you back today. We're going through a screwdriver series, so I'm going to touch on that today. Real quick, I just wanted to thank you for joining the channel. I was really surprised when we got over 250 subscribers, so I appreciate that. I've always said I'm not going to push that, but I'll always thank you. All right, so today we're going to talk just a little short video about pricing and some examples, and we'll get into handles and handle materials and stuff like that in another video. But real quick, I noticed I was going through the tips and the shafts and all that information, but let's talk about money. All right, since we're talking about money, I'm going to go with just a middle of the road example as far as pricing is concerned, and then we'll talk about the extremes. First of all, let's talk about, since I have a few Husky ones here, we'll go over the prices of those, since that is kind of the middle of the road as far as pricing is concerned. First, I guess we'll delve into the ratcheting screwdrivers like this. It's reversible. The shiny part is the collar on this. But you can see it switches over pretty easy. It doesn't take a lot, but if you're trying to do it while you're working with it, you better hope your hands aren't oily. So that's a little more difficult. Whereas this one is also ratcheting, but it does have a few facets, and it has like a little spot there where you can kind of grab the collar and switch it. So that's the Stubby. But this is not bad for 13 bucks. I like that it has 6 bits in the handle plus 1 here, so that's 7 bits plus the ratcheting screwdriver, and that one is 13 bucks. But if you want to spend a couple bucks more, you end up with something like this. This is an 18-bit set, and it's continuous drive. And I don't know if you can see this, but it doesn't matter which way you turn it. You can see the knurling on there. It turns the same way, no matter which way you're twisting it. And that's really cool. So you can get that for like 15 bucks. Then let's talk about precision bit sets, kind of like this. This is the Ryobi version, and the Ryobi version are 6 different screwdrivers in precision, but they do have a precision comfort grip handle Husky set with a comfort grip, and their precision as well. Husky also has a version of this. This is a $5 set from like Tractor Supply on their discount tools. But Husky has a version with 23 pieces, and that one's only 16 bucks with a comfort grip handle, and it comes in a case as well. Husky even has a pocket screwdriver that is only 5 bucks. So, I mean, it's just a put in your shirt pocket. They also have a clear plastic handle. The plastic handles are kind of like this, but it's totally clear instead of green. And the clear plastic set, and it looks pretty durable, and that's a set of 6 screwdrivers for 14 bucks. Then you have a 15-in-1 or a 6-in-1 or a 10-in-1. They have many different types where the bits are two-sided and they turn around, and then this comes out and it's actually a nut driver, and you can turn it around and there's your PH2. And some of them have the little detent dot there that keep them in, and some of them are magnetic, and then the whole thing will pull out and turn around, and you end up with Torx bits. But anyway, this is a Milwaukee, and it's a little higher price. But if you wanted the Husky one, we're talking middle of the road still. We're going to stay in that middle of the road before we talk about extremes. But a 6-in-1 that's interchangeable like this is 9 bucks, and a 15-in-1 is 16 bucks. So once again, you're going to get more whatever you pay for it, but that's still a middle of the road price. Very good. Okay, and then they have a diamond tip, and it's not too dissimilar to this. This is like a replaceable blade. I think they call it interchangeable blade, and they have a diamond tip with this, or regular. The diamond tip ones are magnetic, and they fit into a handle like that, but of course it's a Husky handle, and those are $21, and the tips are diamond coated so that I don't know, I think they slip less, but they're also pretty durable. Then you have the interchangeable blade like this, where you have one side is your number 2 Phillips, one side is your number 2 flat, and then you've got a PH2, PH3, and this one is a vessel from Japan. And then they have an interchangeable 10-piece with interchangeable blades for $12. So those are an option too. The only problem with those is then you have to find storage for these, and you can make a little foam holder for those, and that's fine. But once again, sometimes it's just easier to have all of your storage on board. They do have a set of 22, including stubbies, and it'll include these metal handle 90-degree screwdrivers for $35 for a set of 22 screwdrivers, most of them just like this. And a smaller set comes with that, kind of similar to this. It's a little smaller, and they all come in a set of 22 for $35. There are so many different kinds of screwdrivers and so many interchangeable pieces in all different brands that it's impossible to go through all of it. So that's why I'm sticking to middle of the road on pricing, but that gives you kind of a middle of the road pricing. If we talk about the extremes, I mean, a lot of times those are very specialty screwdrivers. The vessel, for example, it's not bad. I think this is like a $8 or $9 screwdriver. It's high quality. It's got the knurling, and we talked about this screwdriver in a previous video. You know, $8 or $9, you can get something specialized, and then you get into the high end ratcheting screwdrivers like this Mega Pro. I think this one runs about $35. You can find a mechanics version that's about $40, and it does come with a selection of reversible bits. They do have replacement bit sets for these too, if should something go wrong, that you can just slide those right in there. And the action on this is so smooth, though, it's worth a little bit more. So if I take this one, you can see when I spin it, I get a little bit of that. But when I do this one, I mean, it goes a lot further because the back drag is really low. So, I mean, I could do that with the heart even. So it sounds a little more mechanical, a little stiffer, you know, same with this one. Oh, well, I guess I'll reverse that one. Heavy back drag on this, but it is tough. It sounds like a machine. So, yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of different options as far as types of screwdrivers, but that's your middle of the road pricing and kind of a higher end, although they do have a Linus Tech Tools screwdriver that's based on the Mega Pro platform, and that runs $70 or $75, something like that. So you can get really far up there as far as that's concerned. So sometimes you're better off just sticking with middle of the road because it's going to do the job. Husky is pretty tough. From there, you can decide where you want to specialize depending on what you're doing with them. Another nice thing you might want to consider if you like a lot of bits, it's just a bit set with a driver like the Icon. The Icon set comes with a ratchet, but you know, it can also be a T-handled screwdriver. If you line up this dot with these dots on here, it is a push through, and then you have a T-handle, and it comes with metric and standard bits as well as all the different tips that you're going to need. So, and that will run you about $40, but you can usually find it on sale. So a lot of options out there, a lot of options on what you want to do, but those are some pricing basics as far as screwdrivers go. And it's really strange because very basic screwdrivers, these are USA made channel locks, And you can get, these are the smaller ones, and you can get the full size ones in a set of 4, and those can run you $35 for 4 screwdrivers. So it really is what you're looking for. And we'll try to go through as many as we can as I continue with the channel, and so I can show you which ones are more durable. But we are going to still talk about handles and handle materials in the future. But I just wanted to give you a quick price rundown to show you why we're doing this entire series. So thanks for learning with me.